Why is Fwed shaking?
Just want to say something myself. He's certified.
Looks as scary as
That's an easier way to get rid of him.
What did I think of that? Oh.
Welcome to another episode of SmegChris Review. Let me start with a bit of news. You may be aware that a certain festive season is coming soon, so that means all the new DVD box sets are coming out. Supergirl Season 1's just been released, soon to be followed by Arrow Season 4, The Flash Season 2 and Legends of Tomorrow Season 1. I'm sure there'll be some Marvel ones too, but they don't really matter. Anyway, there's one that's just been released that I've been waiting years for. Literally. It's been available in America for many years and it always upset me that it never came out over here in the UK. But it has now. The original series of The Flash. This is good news because now I can watch the whole series, something that's eluded me since it came out in 1990. You see, over here in the UK the pilot episode came out as a movie, The Flash, followed by The Flash 2, Revenge of the Trickster, and then The Flash 3, Deadly Nightshade. You see, Flash 2 and Flash 3 were basically two episodes cobbled together as movies. So essentially what I'm saying is I've only seen 5 episodes. Now I know the show wasn't that great, it got cancelled after 1 year, and it's supposed to be as camp as the 60s Batman show, but I still want to watch it. And now I can. As soon as my brother gets at me for that silly festive season, hint hint. Onto a trailer and only one stood out for me. So much in fact that I ended up with goosebumps. I'm not kidding. It's only a teaser trailer too. Now I wasn't a big fan of the original but I did enjoy it and I know enough to know that it's a classic. The trailer is for a sequel to Trainspotting. You can click right here to watch it or in the description below. For those of you who love Trainspotting, don't forget, you're going to get goosebumps watching this. I can't wait. In fact, I need to watch the original again.
Are the lights back on?
No, who is it all you
Freddy, not.
Now on to movie review, and I've only got 2 films for you this time. First one is for Jason Bourne. For those fans of the original trilogy will love this one. I know I did. And thankfully they completely ignore the last film, you know, the Bourne film without Jason Bourne in it. Although there was a tiny little Easter egg in it where there's something written on a notepad and it said Legacy. Other than that, I'm glad they've totally ignored the last one because I see this as the proper 4th Bourne film. It has everything you want from the series, including Jason Bourne himself. The story isn't complicated and the action comes when it's needed. The only thing I found at fault was the title, Jason Bourne. We're used to the Bourne yada yada. I heavily suspect if the last film wasn't called The Bourne Legacy, then this one would have been. Also, director Paul Greengrass seems to enjoy having one car push another car sideways towards a wall, like we saw in Supremacy and Ultimatum, and I guess in this one it's just sort of like a little nod to the fans. Or he just really enjoys doing that. Tommy Lee Jones was a delight as the CIA villain, which by the way, that organisation seems to have an awful lot of those. I think they need to rethink their screening process. But trust me, fans of the Bourne films are gonna love this one. Which includes me. And I have to say, this just might be my favourite film of the year so far. I give Jason Bourne and a thumbs up for ignoring the fake 4th film. Our second review is for Suicide Squad. I can see why people had mixed reactions to this, but to be honest, I enjoyed it. There are some bad points though. The story does seem a little confusing at first, but it does introduce you to the characters, and there are plenty of them. And then there's the Joker. After Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill and Heath Ledger breathed wicked life into the character and blew us all away with their performances, Jared Leto paled in comparison. This might be because the Joker doesn't really have a pivotal role other than just to bounce off of Harley Quinn. Or you know, Jared Leto isn't really a good actor. I'll let you guys decide on that one. Talking of Harley Quinn, Robbie Margot was brilliant in the role and stole every Joker scene she was in. In fact, I think she stole every scene she was in. Will Smith was also excellent, but when isn't he? Even though Wild Wild West wasn't that good, he was still brilliant in it. I was also surprised to see on the end credits that Jay Courtney's name come up as Boomerang. I was like, he's not playing his usual regular role, and he was unrecognisable. But the best moments was when Ben Affleck's Batman showed up. They were incredible. Yep, this is the next movie after Batman v Superman. Oh, and stick around after the flashy end credits, there's a little bit more. This is the weakest of the DC Universe movies, but I still give it a... And I can't wait for the next one, Wonder Woman. It looks awesome.
And so does Justice League.
You're right, Fwed. Anyway, it's time for me to go. Thanks for watching and subscribing if you have. Until the next time, peace out.
Chris!
It wasn't me.
Chrissy!
Just going back to the original Flash TV show, when I first saw it, I saw it in the video shop, And I knew who the Flash was. I'd got some old books from the 80s or something with the Flash running about with the rest of the Justice League. And so I saw this video, picked it up, watched it, and I don't think I actually knew that it was a TV show back then. And then The Flash 2 came out, I had to watch it, and as I did, halfway through it seemed to go from one plot line to another plot line, and there was just no fluidity between them. And I was like, what's going on here? And it was the same with The Flash 3. And I think it was after that I realised that it was actually a TV show, but it hadn't come out over here. If it had, it would have been on Sky TV or something like that. But because I was only 15, I wasn't old enough to have anything like that. So I missed out. And now I just have to wait for the silly festive season to come up. Or, you know, go out and buy it myself. I just have to wait 4 months. I don't think I can wait 4 months. I've waited 25 years already. My collection looks bare without it. I mean, look at Wild Wild West. It was Oops. I didn't want to say it.